Welcome to the Young Researcher Academy YouTube channel. Join a vibrant network of young scholars, united by a passion for discovery and a drive to make a meaningful impact. Stay updated, collaborate, and grow with us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
But what I use mostly is this one, plagiarism checker. So I use this plagiarism checker to check most of my work, but it has limitation. You can only check 1,000 words at a time. So what I do is that when I do introduction, I check the introduction paragraph by paragraph so that I will be able to see if there's plagiarized content. So what I will do is that I'm not going to use the paper I have here because all these papers that you are seeing here, they don't have plagiarized content. I'll go to the web and copy the particular work that has been done and scan for the plagiarism. Like this one now, let me copy it. Let's assume this is the paper I've written and I want to scan for the plagiarism. So I'll come to plagiarismdetector.net. Let me copy that to the charts for everyone to see. Then you can also use Quillbot, but Quillbot will not allow you to scan up to 1,000. I think it's 125 words at a time. So that's why I like using this one. 1,000 words is still a whole lot. So I will paste that here. As you can see, that's 957 words. So I'll come here and check plagiarism. So it's going to load and see if there's any form of plagiarism in that work. I'm very sure there will be plagiarism since I'm copying it from the website. Okay, it says error. That's because of network. And you can also upload your paper as long as it is not more than 1,000 words. But if you subscribe, if you are using premium, you can scan for as many as possible words. So I compare the report of different plagiarism checker. And lately, I don't really use this plagiarism checker except I'm doing work for someone and it requires that, and the person is requesting for it. Because most of the work I do, I don't depend on AI to write my paper. So there's no need for me to be checking whether it is written with AI since I'm not using AI to write it. And if you take the work to plagiarism checker, I did a work for someone and I checked it this today. I finished the work today and I checked it this afternoon. It was just 4% plagiarized content. And the widely accepted, the maximum acceptable plagiarism similarity is, I think, 20% for some institution and for some institution, 15%. So 4% is still good. And I've told us, stop copying a content of a paper and trying to paraphrase it. If you are still doing that, you would have plagiarized content in your paper, no matter how much you paraphrase. You don't go to a particular paper and copy a content, then you paraphrase. That was our focus in the last seminar. As you can see here, it's showing that this has how many percent plagiarized content. It says unique 3% and 98%. And of course, it is plagiarized, right? So this one is not lying. It's not a false report. I believe we agree with me on that this is a real report, not a concocted one.
Yes, sir.
So now, the bottom line now is, how can you now make this one unique, right? So you don't just assume, at times when some people see red line like this in their work, they will feel tired, like, how would I do this? No. So you download the reports. There's always room for downloading. So when you download the report, then you examine the report and see the percentage that contributes, the areas that contribute the higher percentage of plagiarized content to the work. Okay, I don't want to go to another tab, so I'll just have to load that PDF here. So this is it. It says 98%. Let me expand it a bit. I think it's clear enough, right?
Yes, sir.
It seems people have slept too. God.
No.
We are here. We have not slept.
Sir, we are here.
Oh,
But sir, which of the tools are you using?
Plagiarism detector. I've sent it to the chat. I've sent it to the chat. Plagiarism detector.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me resend it again for the sake of those that can see it. As you can see, 98% plagiarism, exact match, 98%, partial match, 0%. So it's saying that content from PMC NTI website, 70% of it contributes to this. So I can, okay, I'm trying to see how I can explain this for us to get it better. Okay, I can try to load this PMC website and see. It says the future of social media in marketing. Is that the title of the paper? Is that the paper? Aha, as you can see, it has traced it back to the particular paper. Can we see it? Hello, who is that? Oh, Mr. Rahim, you are not muted. All right. So it says the future of social media marketing. So it leads to the National Library of Medicine websites. And the reason is because that paper is indexed in the National Library of Medicine. That is why, as you can see, it's saying Springer Nature. And the paper is actually, the content I copied is actually from Springer Nature. Right? However, even if I try to paraphrase this, there's no way I would paraphrase this and I will still not have plagiarized content. No way. That is why I said, if you are still copying a content of a paper and you're paraphrasing it, you are just stressing yourself. You would have a plagiarized content. As you can see, it links to Springer Nature as well. Even if I cite it, you know, the difference between this one and Turnitin is that if it is Turnitin now, Turnitin will highlight each word and it's going to tell you where each word is coming from. And, you know, like Turnitin can highlight this particular place now, this particular sentence now, or paragraph now, and says that, okay, this particular sentence contributes, let's say, 20% out of the 98%. So my focus now will be to find a way to reduce the plagiarized content of that particular sentence that's contributing a higher percentage. And to do that, I don't need to keep using AI to paraphrase. Because if I use AI to paraphrase, when I'm checking my plagiarism, when I use plagiarism detector, it's going to see it as human written content written or rewritten with AI. AI will see it as human written content rewritten with AI, and that will contribute another percentage to my AI percentage. Do you understand my explanation?
Yes,
I
sir.
have a
Aha.
yes, sir.
Aha. So what I do,
I
what
have a question.
sir?
I said I have a question, sir.
Okay, what's the question, sir?
My question is, even you see this plagiarized content. What if you lift or you copy from an existing paper, but you cite it or you reference it in your own report, your paper?
Okay, okay.
So, it's like that, right?
Plagiarism is in two ways. Plagiarism is in two ways. You know, the plagiarism that institutions are checking out for now is how your work is resembling. What Turnitin is doing is that is checking for how many percentage, how like a number of percentage of your work that is related to previous studies that has been published. So if you have a higher percentage of plagiarism, it means that you are not owning the work. You are not owning the work because, you know, it's just like you are copying from different sources. Your idea is not there, right? So even if you cite it, there will still be plagiarism, although it may not be much. There will still be plagiarism. So that is why it is not advisable to use direct quotation. And if at all you want to use direct quotation, if you want to use direct quotation, that is, you want to copy the word the same way it's supposed to be. Now, for instance, let's assume I want to use direct quotation. If you are using APA edition, 7th edition, or APA edition, and you want to use direct quotation, for instance, if this one is a copied content now, and I'm using APA, so what I need to do is that I'll put this in a quotation mark. I'll put it in a quotation mark like this, right? Then I will include the author, let's say author 2023. Then which page or which paragraph did I copy this content from? Let's say it is page 12, if it is a journal article. And if it is a website, it will be a paragraph. So if it is page 12, I'll just put page 12. But direct quotation is not common again in academia. You know, that's in the olden days, in those days that they allow direct quotation. So when you do this and someone that is interpreting or looking at the plagiarism report would subtract the percentage of content there's a way you can subtract it. Are you listening? So let's assume this particular place is direct quotation, and I've stated here that it is direct quotation. That is, I want to use it the same way the author have written it in their paper, which means I don't want to claim authority over the sentence. So assuming this one is contributing 6%, assuming it is contributing 6%. So what I would do is that out of the 89% now, you subtract the 6% from the 89%. So that has reduced it to 83%. But most institutions now don't accept direct quotation. Mr. Shegun, have I answered your question now? Is the explanation clear?
It's very clear.
So, sir, how do we cite? What?
Okay. How do we cite as well? Like, is it reduce the plagiarism content?
To reduce, since we said we don't use page, we don't quote directly. So what do we do?
Yeah, that was what we did in the last seminar. I think I put us through how we can do that. I'm going to release the video this week by the grace of God. I was busy throughout last week, so I couldn't do anything on the regarding the video. So I've taught us how we can do that by writing ourselves manually and just use paraphrasing tool to restructure our grammar so that there won't be grammatical blunder in our work. So, however, like this one now, let's assume I want to paraphrase this, and I don't want to use paraphrasing tools. What I can do is that let me copy a particular sentence here and come to let me open a new document and paste it here. So I already know that this is plagiarized, right? But what I want to do now is that I want to try as much as possible to reduce the plagiarized content. So it says social media is used by billions of people around the world. So when I come here, I'll come to this side, I will right click, I will highlight that text. When you right click, you will see something like proofing. If you are using it for the first time, you'll see something like proofing. Click on proofing. So then you right click again, then you'll see like something like synonyms. So synonyms means that it's going to bring words that are relating, like that are similar to used. So it says social media is used. Which one can I use? That's okay. No word is relating there around the world, and as not as fast. Okay, fast. So I think I should have a synonym of fast. Okay, I think wild should go for this. Become. There should be a synonym for that. Okay, let me ignore that. One of the defining technologies. Okay, that's a suitable word there. For example, this reported that, and even this one, I can find a way to reconstruct it myself. See, social media is used by billions of people around the world. And let me Ctrl Z. I want to leave it the same way it is before. Social media is used by billions of people around the world and has fast become one of the defining technologies. Facebook, for example, reported having this, and that. Okay, so I can construct this myself. So what this thing is saying is that the whole sentence is talking about is that it's saying that social media has been one of the widely used technologies in the world, right? So I can start here by saying that social media has emerged. You need to be an English student when you're writing research. The more you use it, the more those words will be coming. Has emerged as one of the most used technologies across the globe. Okay. So even if I'm doing that and I make any grammatical error, Grammarly is there for me to help me. Okay. So research by who? Where am I copying the work from? Don't forget, I've taught you how to use Turnitin. You need to include, I've taught you how to use Zotero. You need to add this to Zotero, then you cite the author. So the author, we have three authors here. So that is Appel et al. 2000 and when was the, okay, I can click on cite this article here. So Appel et al. 2020. Research by, I'm doing it manually, I'm not using Zotero. Appel et al. 2020 showed that Facebook, it says Facebook, okay, let me read that statement. Facebook, for example, reported is the most used social media platform globally with reporting, okay, with over 2.38 billion active users monthly. So that is what I need. I don't need the part that is saying that daily active users and the likes. So full stop. So this is the only thing I need from this paper. So if you search this now with the plagiarism, as you can see, so it's telling me that, okay, there's too much space here. Okay, with over, okay, so there should be comma there. So if I copy this now and try to, don't forget that I didn't use paraphraser to paraphrase this. It's my own sentence. So there's no way you can put this, even if you put this in a plagiarism detector and it's telling you that it is AI written word, I will not agree with that. Because plagiarism detector can give false positive or false negative at times. That is why you need to read the paper very well to see and check out for AI content in the work. So if I check this now, if I continue to write my paper like this, I continue to copy the content and, I begin to write the things I need out. By the time I copy everything and I check it using the plagiarism checker again, it's not going to see this as AI plagiarized content. For instance, let me quickly do that now. I want to search that content for if it's plagiarized or not. I'm very sure this cannot be plagiarized. I hope you are getting it. Or is there any question as this thing is loading so that I can attend to that? Questions? Any question or counter arguments?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Badmus.
Let's see the
Sorry, sir. For
results.
the few boats, sir, I don't think I think it is on premium. One can't use the free. The free is not accessible as such. I don't know if
Yes,
you
that
have
yeah, it's
that one
not
can.
accessible. That's subscription. In fact, the person I did the work for today, I needed to subscribe do a monthly subscription since the person is insisting on getting the plagiarism reports. I assured the person that the work cannot be plagiarized, but the person wants to confirm until I sent to the person and she confirmed that it's 4%. So I needed to subscribe, although she's the one that paid the fee for that. So as you can see here, can we see something here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Unique,
yes, sir.
100%.
Unique,
Uh-huh.
100%.
So that is it. You don't need to, you read the paper, just bring out the things you need from it. No need of copying. I'm doing this manually.
And you now quote the
Yeah,
recent
yeah,
researcher,
exactly.
not the what was cited by the researcher.
Yeah, what statement? Yeah, the kind of statement they say. So that's it. And even when you go to the work, you would realize that where is it? You would notice that even these statements here was made by Facebook 2019. But I'm not referring, I'm not citing Facebook here because I'm picking that statement from a paper that has been published. That's why I'm referencing the paper. So I'm good to go. I'm safe on that. So 100% unique. And that's how to do that. Do we get this before we move to the AI part of it? Any question?
Yes, sir.
Any question on this
No questions.
to the AI paper? Please, I want everyone to unmute and confirm that we are not sleeping. Please, everyone
We are
confirm.
not questioning.
We're not
We are not
sleeping.
Okay, you
Yeah,
cannot.
not sir.
I'm not sleeping.
Not sleeping, sir.
Okay, good, nice one. So that is how to go about
I'm
plagiarism part of it. So how about the AI part of it? So it won't be funny that this statement that I wrote myself can be detected, can be seen as AI content by AI tool. But let me check, detect AI content. Let me click on that. I want to see if there is any kind of AI content here. Oh, I hate this thing, eh? Especially if the network is not good. Okay, thank God. Can you see something here? So would you say this thing is written by AI? Hello, are we seeing what I'm saying about AI
Yeah,
reports
yes,
not
sir.
accurate? This text was written by me. I didn't even paraphrase it with AI, and it is telling me that AI written content is 28%. Or did I paraphrase it, or did I use any AI to write it? At least we are seeing
No.
my
No, sir.
So that is why you can't trust AI reports. Okay, I'm going to show something about a screenshot of a AI and AI report. I think I have a report of someone's work. The paper was not written with AI, but when it was scanned with AI, you would imagine what AI, what the detection tool says. It says 73% of text is likely AI. Immediately I saw that, I didn't even bother myself. I didn't bother myself to check because I know I didn't write the paper with AI. So why would I be bothered? So, and when you go down, there's something there that some people, even the lecturers, ignores. It's usually stated, even in Turnitin, it says, caution, our AI detector is advanced, but no detector are 100% reliable, no matter what the accuracy score claims. Never use AI detection alone to make decisions that could impact a person's career or academic standing. So it is a warning, it's a caution. So like this one now, you can't tell me that this word is written with AI when I constructed the sentence myself.
So, sir, can I ask a question, sir?
Yes, what's the question, ma'am?
So, how do we detect that a work is written by AI? Since
Okay.
the question is there.
Okay, what's written with AI? Now, there's a way AI writes. There's a way AI writes. You know, in a AI, an AI written paper, you will see what's like collectively taking this together in the same context. Are we here? Are you with me? Those are the words you will be seeing there. Overall, those are the kind of words you see in AI written context. Overall, context. And you will see M dash. Let me see if I can find that M dash. Oh my God. It's very, very common with AI. This is M dash. This is what we call M dash here. This particular symbol here is very common with AI content. Check it. There's no way AI will write a paragraph or two and won't put this. It will always be there. It will always be there. And this M dash can also be replaced with comma. So you don't need to use it. So even when I'm writing at times and I need something to connect what I'm writing, I would rather use comma as a pause before continuation. So that's what I do. Okay, let me try to.
Sir, sir,
Okay, all right. I'm listening.
sir, is it a crime academically to write with AI?
AI, it is, I would say that if you are writing with AI, it is not ethically okay to write with AI. AI can only be as a guide for you. It can only guide you as a researcher. But say that, okay, let's take for instance now, you know what some people do is that they already have the list of what they want to write, like the references, and they will just start give AI prompts that, okay, I want to write on this particular topic. These are the things I want there. Help me write it. That is not ethically okay because AI cannot be as accurate as human. What I mean by that is that the research is something that you want to carry out, like it's something you want to find out. So you can't expect AI to know your mind. It's not possible. AI can only guide you on what to do. And even following the guidance of AI, you need to see if it is aligning with the focus of your work. Last week, that was our focus last week on how we can write paragraphs of paper, like how we can review studies without using AI. And I think I can still see the prompts we used last week. Let me quickly go to that if I can find it here. Okay, I think it's here. It's it. So when you come here, this was what we started with. We said we want to look for the current area of research in early childhood, and the prompt was suggest 5 current research areas in early childhood education. Please note that this must have a lot of underexplored areas. So AI gave us a lot of areas, 5, I think 5, and we decided to go for the first one. All right. Then after going for the first one, our next prompt was, I would prefer to go with the first option, AI enhanced observation, assessment, and literacy tool. Suggest 5 search strings I can use to get related papers on database such as Google Scholar, Scopus, Web of Science, etc. I need this to identify potential research gap. So what we want to do is that we are telling AI to give us search string. The search string, normally we are supposed to do it manually, but to make it easier, to make our work faster, we ask AI to give us the search string. And last week, I think we only used the first search string, and we're able to get like 5 papers. So based on that 5 paper, we pasted this search string on Google Scholar. If you try to copy this search string now and go to Google Scholar, you would see related paper based on the search string. Okay, so pasted this. Oh, all right. So it's going to bring a lot of paper, and I think this is one of the paper we picked. We picked this one as well. And after that, what we did was this. Now, when you search for paper like that, what you want to find out in the paper is that you want to look out for the problem they solve, how they solve the problem, what the findings of the problem is, what the findings of the paper is, their conclusion and limitation, or probably future research direction. So instead of doing that manually, what we did was that we copied the list of references of those papers and we say, there are some of the papers I was able to get. Search through this paper and help me with the following for each paper. What has been done, how they did it, what the result is, and their conclusion and limitation. So what we are supposed to do manually, we are asking AI to help us to do it so that it can facilitate our work, it can make our work faster. So what AI did was this. AI identified those areas, and if you compare all these things to what is inside the paper, they are the same. It says the paper conducted a scoping review, and when you check the title, is scoping review. How they did it, this is it. What their result is, then their conclusion. So their conclusion is that digital and intelligent technology hold promise to transform early childhood education. So if I want to construct this statement now, I can say that, okay, digital and intelligent technology has emerged as one of the, digital and intelligent technology is one of the emerging technologies that transforms early childhood education by enhancing and monitoring learners' progress. So with that, I'm not copying directly from the paper. I'm just getting the ideas based on this. In fact, I'm not even copying what AI is giving me. I'm constructing it myself. So after doing that, we did a whole lot of things. We constructed our own sentence based on that, and we arrived at this. So, okay, after that, we said you should establish a connection. Like, we want to establish a connection to see related papers. Then after we've done that, then we started writing manually ourselves. So when we write, this is what we were able to come up with. We said the application of artificial intelligence tools has become prominent in early childhood education. This is because these tools are these tools can effectively support diverse learning outcomes, this, and that, Then after doing that, we give a prompt. Help me reconstruct the paragraph. But the disadvantage of this thing I did here last week was that, because of time, I couldn't mention that. If I copy the results of the prompt to AI detector, it will see it as human written word paraphrased with AI. There's a part like that in Turnitin, if you use Turnitin. So instead of doing that, you can just check your grammar and sentence construction using Grammarly. And if you do that, you're good to go. Do you understand? Have I answered your question, sir? So using AI to write paper is ethically wrong. No matter what anyone wants to say, or no matter how anyone wants to defend, AI is supposed to guide us when we're writing, not to write the paper for us. And I don't know, I don't need to tell us by now that AI normally generates unexisting references, unexisting citations. I hope you know that.
You're correct, sir.
No matter how perfect the AI is, it will still generate unexisting citations. Please, we need to be aware of that. So I hope I've answered your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, sir. All right. So any other question? Any questions so far? or if you need any clarification on anything we've done so far today, kindly signify so that we can. And don't be surprised that if a text is written with AI and you try to check it with AI detector, it may not see it as AI. And there's tendency that your work will be 100% unique, like it will not be plagiarized, whereas AI will be seeing it as AI written content. Cases like that also happens. Okay, let me check the sentence we constructed last week we constructed using AI. I'll check for the plagiarism, then I'll check the AI detection. So why I don't believe all this AI tool is that if you check AI content using plagiarism detector and you check the same on QBoats, if QBoats is telling you 20%, plagiarism detector may be telling you 78%. So that's to tell you that no AI tool is accurate. I mean, they are not accurate, those AI tools. So I want to check the plagiarism for this. Okay, this one is AI. Let me check plagiarism first. Okay, for the one we did last week. Don't forget we constructed the statements using AI tool. So the writing of your paper becomes easier if you follow the mail plan of writing. Mail plan means main idea first, then followed by evidence, then followed by analysis, and followed by, is it limitation? Yeah, limitation. Or link. Limitation or link. Okay, why is it taking time? I'm sure this shouldn't have plagiarized content because it was constructed by us. We only used AI to. This thing is taking time, for God's sake. Aha. As you can see, it's saying that this has been plagiarized. Can we see now? This is the word that we constructed with AI, right? It's showing 17%. So I want to check the plagiarism content of the one we constructed ourselves to see, and let's compare the difference between the two. So the one we constructed ourselves is this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to check. I'm just trying to put us through how we can make things easier when we're writing. The internet is very, very, very fast. And I don't want to connect to Glow. Glow is even poor. Network, why now? Okay, it's checking, processing 1%. This one says the content that is plagiarized is 17%. And let me see if it's relating to this work, these two words. I'm very sure it's relating. It's supposed to load now. I'm supposed to be able to click that link. Okay, I think this is it. As you can see, it gets it correctly, exactly. Can we see it? Leo and what? Leo 2022. Okay, that's even another statement from another person. Okay, can we see now the difference? What we wrote manually as safe is 100% unique, but immediately we try to use AI to paraphrase it. It introduced plagiarism to it. It introduced plagiarized content to it. That's why you need to be very careful of the use of AI in your papers, especially if you want to submit it for publication. Hello, do we get the difference?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm encouraging us not to depend on AI. AI can be so funny, very funny. You would think that it's making your work to be fast, but in the real sense, it's doing a whole lot of injury causing a whole lot of harm to the work. The one we constructed manually by ourselves, even though we've not checked if the grammars are correct, is 100% unique. But the one that was paraphrased by AI introduced plagiarism. And the reason is because AI has written the content directly the same way it is in those papers. That's why the plagiarized part of it is there. Okay, so what if we check this one? Let's compare the AI content of the two now. We want to compare the AI. Okay, detect AI. Detect AI for this. And I'll go to the second one as well. Let me close this. I'll go to the second one as well. I want to detect AI. Detect AI for this as well. So let's see which one is going to Y error now. Not supposed to be error. Okay, as you can see, the one written with AI says it is human-rated content 100%. That's what you do. We've reconstructed this with AI, but it's telling us that it is 100% human-rated content. That is false negative. I mean, false positive. This is what we call a false positive report. False positive because it is written or reconstructed with AI. Then when I come here, okay, this one also it says 100% human written, right? AI is 100% written human for both, but the plagiarism report is different. So if I want to go for anyone, I would rather go for the one I constructed manually myself. So, and that is all on ethical use of AI, artificial intelligence tool in writing of academic papers. Do we have any question? Questions, contributions, or anything? Any clarification?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Badmus.
Thank you very much, sir. So for this writing manually by oneself, can one do it up to the stage of the methodology and everything used in the paper, and now try to manually reconstruct it to suit the topic that one is writing about, sir?
I don't really get that question.
That's, from introduction up to the last stage, like methodology and everything. Can it be generalizable, like generalizability of it? Can it also be manually done?
Yeah, you can do it.
Paper?
Yeah, you can construct it manually as long as you know the focus of your work. Like, what kind of research design are you using? We have research paradigm and we have research design. So we are using the paradigm. What kind of paradigm and what kind of research paradigms also means research approach. So what kind of research approach do you want to use? What kind of research design do you want to use? Once you know that, you can get started. So, and there are common words that even if the plagiarism reports flag that, they will know that it's a common word. There's no way you can construct it. Like when you say, okay, this study will employ, or this study employs or adopts a descriptive survey research design. In another study, you can see something like that. So it's a general word. So those words, they don't count it when they are checking the plagiarism report because they believe that it will always similar. That's why they limit the similarity rate to 15% or 20%. Do you get it now, ma'am? Have I answered the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other question? Please ask question in case you have any. And do we understand everything that has been taught today regarding AI?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Awe.
So I want to ask, can we use AI to generate all the research work and now paraphrase using our own English?
If you generate with AI and paraphrase using your own English, it will detect as AI. AI tool paraphrased by human. That is what Turnitin will show. AI tool rewritten by human. There's something like that under Turnitin. Turnitin is very, very wide. So it is better you write it manually, then you try to find a way of constructing the grammar well using Grammarly, not paraphrasing with Grammarly, just constructing the sentence very well. Have I answered the question now?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I understand the stress of, having to write papers of, about 5,000 words and writing it manually. It's not easy, but if you want, if you really want to do a very perfect and good job, then we have to take our time to do that. And all these things we are saying here, once you are used to it, in fact, you will like even writing manually because it's going to even improve your own English, essay writing. Should I call it? Do we call it essay writing now? That's what they call it in English. So you'll be able to construct sentence without the use of AI. So those words, those terminologies, there are some terms that are common in research. They will keep coming as you are getting used to it. So,
Sorry, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Sorry, sir. Please, sir, assuming there are papers that one already has that are written maybe with AI and help. So what is now the solution? Is it that one will now start all over again, or is there any
And the
solution that one
solution,
can?
you have to find a way. If there's a way you can paraphrase it, and you will check with AI again, and AI will tell you that, okay, maybe it is accurate and it's no longer AI detected. Fine. If there's a way you can do that. If there's a way you can do that. You don't want to go through the stress of starting all over again. But I'm very, very sure that most researcher depends on AI. And the problem is because we're not taught how to use AI responsibly in our schools. That's a major problem with most people. Assuming we're taught this way, like how to do it. Okay, when you want to get paper, this is how you do this, how you do, then writing will not be a problem. Writing of paper is a problem for so many people. In fact, there are some people that even pay money, lecturers that pay money for publications. They will just pay you, you help them write the paper, submit it, and they get the publication because they don't want to go through that stress. Someone I did a work for sent a particular outline to me for chapter 2. When I saw that outline, I said, "Are you sure your lecturer gave you this?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Do you know that this outline was written with AI?" She said she knew that she was there when the lecturer was constructing it with AI. I said, "Okay, your lecturer said constructed the outline with AI, but she told you not to use AI to write it." I said, "Okay, no problem." Can you imagine that? So please and please, let's try as much as possible to make use of all these things we are teaching here. And I wish everyone best of luck in their research journey. So for those that are joining the seminar for the first time, what's your comment about the seminar? Is it up to your expectation, or there are some things else that you would like us to include in the next seminar? Or is it below expectation or up to your expectation?
Thank you for joining us today at the Young Researcher Academy. We hope this session was insightful. Our mission is to support your journey of discovery and make a meaningful impact together. Check out our other videos to stay updated, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.